What's up, everybody? It's Closing Time Sports back with another video, and I'm getting right on this one. I don't know when this will be out, but hopefully the same day this happened. But J.J. Watt just got released from the Houston Texans. So I am a Houston native. I am not a Texans fan per se, as if you followed N Square Sports, you know that. But I thought this was pretty big news, and I have time, so I'm going to hop right on to this video. So I'm going to show you all in just a second. Let me switch over here. The stats for J.J. Watt. So he has just been released. As you see, I'm just going to go over his kind of stats real quick. He had a good rookie season with 5.5 sacks, but then 2012, his second season, 20.5 sacks that second year. He had a little bit of a down year in 2013, but still a very good year. Then 2014, 20.5 sacks, 2015, 17.5 sacks with some good tackle numbers in there, forced fumble, stuff like that. Couple touchdowns. So J.J. Watt throughout his early career was amazing. He was a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year in 2012, 2014, and 2015, and then the injury bug hit him. So in 2016, he only played 3 games. 2017, only played 5, but then he had a resurgence in 2018. So in 2018, played all 16 games, had 16 sacks and 7 forced fumbles. So that was a crazy year. Did not win Defensive Player of the Year that year, but he was definitely in the top 3 or 4. And then in 2019, only played 8 games, but still had 4 sacks. And then in 2020, this last year, the team didn't use him. You know, I guess it's more that the team wasn't good. And so even if he played well, the rest of the team didn't. He still had 5 sacks and 2 forced fumbles, with an interception and a touchdown. So basically what this looks like to me is he had a great start to his career, played all 16 games in his first 6 seasons, it looks like, 5 seasons. And then after that, the injury bug hit him, got injured a couple of times. 2018, played all 16, played half of the games in 2019, and then played all games in 2020. So why would the Texans release J.J. Watt, first of all? Let's get that clear. I believe the Texans released him, well, because he has to. He has to be released. So if he asked to be released, the Texans were going to do that. There's no sense in keeping J.J. Watt, who's making a lot of money. There's no reason to keep him if he doesn't want to be there. And that's kind of the same with a lot of other players. He wanted to be released, and they're like, you know what, we don't really have any choice here, so I guess we got to do that. Was it a good move? No. I mean, I wouldn't have done that unless I had to, which apparently they had to. But I would have wanted to trade him because he definitely still has trade value. He could definitely be traded for a second, third round pick at least, like maybe more. Like, he's still one of the best defensive players in the league, I think. I mean, people might disagree with that, but I watched him being being born in Houston. I've watched him play. It doesn't mean I like the team he's on necessarily, but he is a beast. He really is. He's the lifeblood of that defense, and now that he's not there, who is going to step up? It's what I'm questioning, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. I want to talk more about JJ and where I think he could end up, because I think he definitely still has gas left in the tank. I think he played 16 games 2 of the last 3 years. It looks like he's pretty healthy. You know, he's 32, 33 right now. But he's still a beast. I think he still can be... I think he could be even better than what his 2020 numbers look like. I think he could be a 10 sack per year guy. You know, with a couple forced fumbles mixed in there. I mean, you saw it a couple, I think it was against the Lions on Thanksgiving when he had that, I think it was a pick six or a fumble that got returned for a touchdown. I can't remember, but I mean, he can make plays like that every now and then. And a team that's looking for some defense, some edge help could really, really use him. And now that he's released, he's fair game. Like, anybody can take him. So a couple teams I think that should really go after him is the Buffalo Bills, for one. Their pass rush was a little iffy towards the end of the season, especially in the playoffs. It just kind of was like not a whole lot of pressure on the quarterback. So I think the Bills would be a great spot for him. Not the Redskins. I can't say that anymore. The football team, I think, could also be a destination for him. You know, they don't really need him per se because they have Chase Young. But, I mean, to pair him with Chase Young to really stack up that defense, I think they definitely could. I think they have the salary to do that right now, especially with most likely either drafting a quarterback or, you know, just going with somebody. I don't know who they're going to go with, but I have a feeling they could probably take a quarterback in the draft or a cheap quarterback somewhere in free agency. So I think they'll have some money to do that. So I think Washington is a good destination. And then, you know, I could see the Chiefs going after him. I could see a lot of contending teams, Tampa Bay, even though Tampa Bay really doesn't need him. I think they could definitely go after him. I think all the contenders that just need that one other piece to go along with it could go after him. Of course, me and what I would love the Steelers to get him, to pair him up with his two other brothers, with TJ and Derek Watt. I think he would honestly make a good addition to that team because, yeah, they have Cam Hayward and they have Stephon Tuitt. I think you can never have too many pass rushers, honestly. And the Steelers, that was one of their strong suits for sure this past year, but I think just another guy who could slide into that defensive tackle role, maybe not a nose tackle, but kind of not necessarily an edge. I think JJ could still fit into that role, and I think the Steelers kind of lack at that position. I know linebackers the need with Bud Dupree leaving, which TJ Watt is more of a linebacker anyway, outside linebacker, so JJ could easily fit into that defensive end role. Cam Hayward can move to defensive tackle, something like that. I think could work really well. I know Steelers need like other help, like offensive line. Steelers draft offensive lineman, please. Marquise Pouncey just retired today, by the way, so they're going to need another center or offensive lineman to do that. Anyway, but I think the Steelers could be a destination just because of the brothers there. I don't know, what will happen, but those are some of the teams I think could go after him. I mean, long story short, he still has gas. Like, he still could go a couple, 2 or 3 more years, I think. For sure, at least 1 or 2, but I think maybe even 3. It was a bizarre move when I saw this. I'm like, why did they do that? Because Texans now are just depleted. Like, they were depleted before, but now, like, you have Bernard McKinney, Zach Cunningham, Justin Reed, and who else? Like, that's basically your defense if you want to count Ross Blacklock in there. But, I mean, that's your defense. Like, there's not a whole lot there. And now Deshaun Watson might be like, okay, I'm going to be the next domino to go. I don't know what the Texans are really doing right now. I think they're proving to be one of the worst run franchises as of late in the NFL. They just don't know what to do. And JJ, I think, saw that and was like, I need to get out of here. So that's basically what I have to say about the JJ Watt news. If more comes out, I'll try to update y'all on where he goes. But yeah, say that is about it for now. If y'all have any comments or anything to say about this news or any other videos you want me to make, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Follow the links down below, and I will see you guys next time.